Are you going to do an intro?
No. Yeah, no. Hi, this is just a few questions to start with. We're going to do a couple of these, and just so you get an idea of a little bit of who I am.
The craziness.
And we have stolen these from the internet, so shh, don't tell anyone.
All hail the internet.
They are not worthy.
What's your favourite colour?
Yellow and green.
Yeah.
Not mixed together, because, you know.
Do you have
That
a
just makes
favourite
more
of the two? Yeah.
It depends on the day.
Makes it more limey yellow.
It does. It depends on the day. Like, some days I'm like yellow, and some days I'm like green.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but I like them both.
But then if you see something in, like, green, you're like, oh, it's green.
But then if I see something in yellow, I'm like, oh, it's yellow.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I like yellows because it's the colour of the sun and daffodils, and
Yeah.
it's that.
It's nice, bright, vibrant
It makes you
colour.
think of spring, the beginning of spring, when
Yeah.
it starts to warm up and stuff. So.
When you see a field of daffodils, then you must have a freaking field
Well,
day.
daffodils, I don't know if the question's in there, but daffodils are actually my favourite flower. So.
Ah, okay.
Because they're yellow.
Yeah.
And they're the beginning of
That's
spring.
what I'm
It's
saying.
that whole...
Or buttercups. I just have this image of this field of green and yellow. It's...
But, yeah. Buttercups not my favourite, but they are pretty.
They are pretty.
Yeah.
What's your favourite food?
Main or dessert or... Oh, no, dessert's in there, I think.
Next
Yeah.
is dessert.
Okay, pasta.
Alright. What's your favourite dessert?
Oh, that's a hard one. I love jelly. Absolutely love jelly. I love custard and I love rice pudding. If you could make some kind of weird but nice, not
Mixture
yucky,
between
mixed
the
dessert,
two.
then I'd be in heaven. But, you know.
Now, I know you're not supposed to ask a lady this, but you're not a lady, so...
I'm 12.
How old are you?
I am... this week...
Disclosed.
No, this week I'm 34, and in a couple of weeks I'll be 35.
Aww.
So. At least you asked me now while I was still 34.
Yeah, well, you were still faithful. What have you learned today?
Learnt today?
Yeah.
Physiotherapy hurts.
And gaming and talking to your friends. quick edit to lower the camera. Right. What have you learned today? Oh no, that was the that was about the physio, wasn't it? So,
Yes.
right. What was your favourite subject in school?
English, closely followed by German.
Oh really?
Mm.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to go on to
I
be
never
a
learned
German
German.
translator, but
Yeah.
college messed me around in my first year and I couldn't do my course. So.
Oh. What do you do?
I am a full-time carer, a part-time carer, a very, very small part-time YouTuber, and a full-time geek. And full-time, I mean 24/7, baby.
Full-time friend. Putting up with me.
Yeah. I am a 24-hour friend.
No, I don't put up with you. What are some of your favourite books?
My favourite books. Oh, the Wheel of Time trilogy. I'd say trilogy. There's loads of them, so it's not a trilogy. 14 books. The Wheel of Time, and they are bloody amazing, and they vary from like this thickness to like this thickness. And yeah, definitely read them. They're really good. Or audiobook. They're on audiobook, and they're amazing.
Cool. So not the geeky one, the Geek Girl, or the...
No, I did enjoy
Hunger
Geek Girl
Games,
very
like that,
much.
but-
Hunger Games was brilliant. And I also books by Christian Jacques, because I'm into Egyptology, and he's actually an Egyptologist, or he was. I think he's right now.
Right.
Was an Egyptologist, and then he became a fiction writer. So he actually bases his fiction on things he actually does know. So
Right, yeah.
he's not just done like crappy research for it. He actually knows. Like,
There's actual knowledge
yeah,
there.
so
Yeah.
They're really good. There's one where you're reading it. I can't remember what it's called, but you're reading it as if you're reading someone's diary,
Yeah.
and they are like they're investigating a murder and stuff, and it was really.
Yeah.
That was my favourite one out of them.
Cool. What are some of your favourite movies?
Marvel. What kind of geek would I be without Marvel?
Yeah, exactly.
The Hunger Games. Oh my god, I go crazy for the Hunger Games.
Every time you see the trailers, it's
yeah.
like...
Yeah, I am straight relationship wise, but I'm in love with Katniss Everdeen. She's got it all.
It's like if you were going to go gay, you would...
No, I don't mean like that.
No,
I mean,
but...
I feel like I can relate to her. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
sorry, I didn't mean
I
to.
don't know if it's on here, your weapon of choice, but my weapon of choice is the bow. I love anything to do with bows. So any, like, arrow, Hunger Games, all that kind of thing are kind of like my, yeah.
Yeah, but you like
Even Hawkeye.
Potter and like...
No, Harry Potter's not my favourite, so
Twilight
I did
and
like
stuff,
all
don't
that
you?
kind of thing. Yeah, I'm very much a fantasy person, but
Yeah,
in and out.
but
of
they're
the
your main thing. Yeah. But they're your main ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What kind of music are you into?
I like to say I'm eclectic, but I can't do that screaming shit. Sorry.
Yeah. No. We'll bleep it out.
I mean, yeah. At the moment, I like Passenger. I still like Jason Donovan.
Yeah.
You know, I've got some CDs of his that I've had for years, and I will still listen to them. They're actually on my iPod.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, a bit of everything. I'm not a major fan of rap, but some of it's quite good.
Occasionally you get the odd song that's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Dido. Hayley Weston, or even quite eclectic.
Yeah, quite yeah. If you were going to write a book, what would you call it and what would it be about?
It would be called Me, and it'd be all about me. No, I'm not that egotistical. Actually, I've written children's books. And the last one I wrote was I called The Duckettes.
Oh yeah.
They were a mixture of ducks and something else. I can't remember. But they were, and it was just like little. It was actually Bible parodies
All right.
that I used
Yeah.
to write my little books.
To write.
Yeah. So it was like in the Bible. There's the lost sheep, and it's basically about like if the shepherd lot had 100 sheep and he lost one, he would still go hunting for that one sheep. He wouldn't just leave it
You
to
wouldn't. Yeah.
get lost. And it's basically about, you know, if you walk away from God, He's still there for you and stuff. And I kind of I used that as a background for my story.
Right.
So like this little baby duckette goes missing, and its mum's worried, and the duckette when it comes home, it's like, oh, I'm so worried because mummy's going to be mad, and mummy's just like, I've missed you. And before that, I wrote just funny little stories. I wrote them when I was an early teen.
Yeah.
About this little family, and they were just faces. The pictures that I did with them, they were just faces. There was like, Digger was the dad, and he had one normal round eye and one crooked
Oh
eye.
right. Yeah.
And his son had the same look, but obviously younger. And then the girls had just round eyes, and there was a mum and girl and little baby, and the baby had a big dummy. Yeah, so I've written books.
You've written
Little kiddie books. I quite like doing that.
Yeah.
I've not like put them out or shown anyone or published. Or,
But they're kind of
it's just that for me.
what you're kind of
So,
What's one of the scariest things you've ever done?
roller coaster, and I know it's really stupid, but you know,
Yeah.
I'd never
You've
been on a
never-
roller coaster in my entire life until what, a month and a half ago? October. October, yeah, a month. So last month, freak. Wow.
Yeah.
Last month, yeah, I went on a roller coaster and it was just amazing.
Yeah.
But getting on it,
Was really terrifying, kind of.
not knowing how I was going to be, I honestly thought I was going to throw up or pass out, or instead I was like, I love this.
I know, like I say, some of the stuff. I mean, it's not going to be my answer, but you know, like I say, some of the rides, because I don't like going upside down, and you know, you go on those rides, and like you say, it's that initial kind of and then you're like, wow, that's the adrenaline rush is like. So I can imagine how terrifying it is for you to go on something that you've not done before.
When you haven't done it until you're 34.
Yeah.
You know, when you do something as a kid, you're like, you throw yourself
you
into
throw
it, and
it,
then
yeah.
you don't have that fear anymore. But going in at 34, it was pretty nerve-wracking doing it, but once I'd done it, once I was there doing it was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chessington.
You'll probably have some apprehension when you next go on one again. But
I'm sure I will, because I want to go on something that goes upside down next. That's my plan, is to try a little one that just does like one quick upside down.
Yeah, one quick, yeah.
And build up, because I'm a nervous person.
Yeah.
Can you tell?
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. Awkward. What accomplishment are you most proud of?
One thing I've always held with me, and it sounds stupid to everyone else, but for me it meant a lot to me. When I was younger, I did judo.
Oh.
And I was doing a tournament. It was just everyone can participate, nobody's really loses kind of thing. And I got knocked down and smacked my head so hard, I really felt like the back of my head was broken. And they asked me if I wanted to stop, and I actually carried on. And for someone like me I give up easily.
Yeah.
And being so young and in so much pain, for me that really felt like a proud moment for me. And that's something I've always held on to. I mean, obviously I'm proud to be married, and I'm proud to have friends.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the job I'm doing, but that's the one thing I've always held on to.
Yeah. Oh. Are you married? We covered that one.
Yes.
Yeah. Is he going to watch this video? Can you imagine? Yes.
I am married.
Yeah. Long time.
13 years?
Yeah.
It's 12 years married.
Yeah.
14 years together.
Oh.
But we're nearly at the next bit. So.
You know, if you were serving a life sentence, you'd probably be out by now.
I know, yeah. Get us some murder. I might have to one day.
How did you meet your spouse?
Flicks. The local trashy nightclub. No. It was called Flicks. It's not called that anymore. And I was on a girly night out, and we had just decided, other than my friend's boyfriend coming with us, no guys. We weren't out looking for guys. We were just going to go out, sit and have fun, chat, drink, be merry. And he just walked past and kept looking over, and I'm not going to tell you what I thought of him. All the family and friends know, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then he came over and he asked me to dance, and I said, oh, maybe later, as you do.
Yeah.
And for the first time in my life, I actually got up and went and danced with the person that I pretty much blew off. And the rest is history. Oh. Ancient history. It's
back in the pyramids. Do you think it's better to get married when you're young, or better to wait a while?
I got married at 22. As it said, I knew him for 2 years. And after I got married, I thought, oh my god, we're so young. And it did feel like we were so young.
Yeah.
But now I look back and I think, no, it was fine. Do you know what I mean? If you know it's right, it doesn't.
If it feels right.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
it's not like you were like in your teens, so
no,
at least you was
but
mature.
I did still,
but you were still quite.
You're still quite immature at 22.
Yeah.
And to take up this whole life and this commitment with someone is a big thing for such a young age.
Yeah.
And for sort of 5-6 years, I was like, oh my god, were we too young? Were we too young? And I'm thinking, we've made it through 5-6 years. No, we weren't too young. But then you get people who don't get married until they're in their 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
And kudos to them. They've waited for the right one.
Yeah.
So, there's no right or wrong on either of that, really.
No.
You can.
Do you have any kids?
I got 2 kittens.
Yeah, they count. You have a husband? Yeah.
No popped out me bits kitties, no.
Have you ever thought about adopting?
We are thinking of adopting, so. Thinking.
And Sketchney's lesson of the day: charge your battery before recording. So after a brief interlude, we're back with
number 21.
Oh yeah, you have thought about adopting. Sorry, I wasn't sure if that cut off. Yeah,
still constantly
and thinking
of it.
Yeah.
It's a big decision. It's not something you make so quickly, is it?
No. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
How much time you got?
Yeah.
Police officer, fire officer. The big one I wanted to be was I wanted to be in the RAF, and I wanted to be a navigator because I thought if you were a pilot, which was the big ass job, you got to fire the guns, and I'm a pacifist, so I couldn't do it. Then I discovered that it's actually the navigator who does the shooting, and that one just went out the window. So I just camped out and got fat. No, I'm kidding. That was always there. That was one of the big ones I wanted to do, but there was the nurse and all the good things. I tell you what I didn't want to be. A 10-year Tesco's operator.
No, you could have done without that experience.
I am who I am.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So
it's always handy when you go in the shop and you know exactly how to deal with the others. How did you get into caring?
It was always in my heart. It's this big. No, my friend was a carer. I met my friend at Taekwondo and she was a carer, and she just kept saying how awesome her job was, and I was like, get me an application form. And then I had a bike accident and I told her, well, tell him I'm not going to be submitting the application form because, can't do ruggle.
Yeah.
And then went back to work at Tesco's. I have deals in the petrol station. And don't tell them I said this.
Yeah.
I had a really shitty day, basically, excuse my language. And they were trying to push me to do stuff that I couldn't do because of my
Because of your injuries.
And I went home and I filled in the application form, and my friend took it in the very next day, and by the end of the week I had the job. That was the Monday, she submitted it the Tuesday. Friday I got the interview and had the job, so there we go. They loved me, what can I say?
If I read this wrong, this sounds wrong. Would you recommend caring for other people? Why not?
I do care for other people. Yeah, absolutely, it's so rewarding. Obviously, when people think of caring, especially in the setting like I'm in a nursing home, they think of the things like washing people's extremities and things. If you go home at the end of the day and you think, oh, so many pooey bums today, or anything like that, then you're in completely the wrong job. But if you go home at the end of the day and you think, this person who hasn't eaten anything in a week, I managed to help them eat something today, then you're so in the right job.
Yeah.
If you go home with a warm heart at the end of the day, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I think that can be said about any job, not the wiping the extremities parts and things, but I think any job, if you go home at the end of the day and all you want to do is complain, you're in the wrong job.
Yeah.
If you go home at the end of the day and you go, oh yeah, we managed to reach target today, or just little things like that, you're in the right job.
But everybody, even in a job you love, you have the
we
off
all
day.
have days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we have those days.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always people that you don't necessarily get on with, and that can make your day bad. But if you're in a job like mine where you're working with different people each day, you're pretty much in a good place because you're not always with those negative people. So you might be in a job where you're working with negative people, but if you're in a job where you're not always with those negative people, it's much easier to cope with.
Yeah. And the final question for now, until your next video. What do you do for fun? This.
I never know how to say this. I'm a crafty person. I don't mean I'm sneaky. I mean, I like crafts. I do cross stitching. I do quilting, sewing. I do badly painting. Children book writing, poetry,
Puppets.
game playing.
Yeah, game playing.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, Unity. 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
What do I do for fun? I do fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get people who say, what do you do for fun? Oh, I sit and watch telly.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody does that. That's not necessarily
fun.
I mean, you could be watching a documentary for homework.
Yeah.
It's not fun. No, I do the fun stuff. yeah, I get up in the morning and if I feel like doing something, I just go do it. You know?
Yeah.
If I get up in the morning and I go, oh, do you know what, I fancy going crazy golf. I'll give you a ring and say, do you want to go play crazy golf? And
Yeah.
yeah, obviously unless I've got to go to work.
Yeah.
But I work nights, so that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just whatever tickles my fancy at the time. Whatever I feel like at the time, really. So I mean, I like walking. We quite often go up, just jump in the car and go find somewhere to go. Just
Yeah.
everything. I'm up for everything. No, hanging with friends is the big one. Just even like last night, I have discovered headsets.
Something you've learned. That's your lesson for the day as well. Yeah.
That was 2 days ago.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah.
For the first time 2 days ago, I played on my computer at home and chatted with a friend in a completely different house. And that's all new to me, but that was actually amazing because socialising is, yeah, that's the big one for me. I love being able to chat with my friends, and whether it's on the phone or Skype or like this or like this. Hello, my friends. I'm not that weird, I swear.
She is.
Yeah, socialising is the big one. So whether it, yeah, even playing Assassin's Creed Unity for 6 hours whilst chatting to someone in another house is, yeah, that's
Even if they're playing a completely different game.
well, you can't all be as lucky as me.
Oh, well, I've got it coming. So.
Oh, so
Well.
you've got it going. Yeah. So anyway, that's a little taster of me. There's more to come. We went from question 3 to 24 of 100. We skipped 1 and 2 because it's like, how are you really?
Yeah. How are you
And
feeling?
what's the other one? How do you feel right now? What are you thinking about? I don't think you want to get into my psychosis, so
Yeah.
we skip those and we're going to continue from 25 another time. So thanks for listening. Sorry I bored the crap out of you. Have a great day.